Hey guys, Jill here. And of course, as you all know, I said we were here last week when it would be a couple days for a video, but I couldn't resist getting back online. Today is #National Milk Day, so I am here. I'm going to do a quick overview of our milks that we have in stock. So if you're just now joining us, give me a hello. If you use a goat's milk product or kefir product already, give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart, whatever it is. Let me know. What do you guys think? So today is National Milk Day, and we actually have a couple different options here at the Pet Beastro, including a couple different brands. So we have some options here for you guys. If you've never seen these before in our store, they're over here in the freezer. They do come frozen. They are freezing, so I'm not going to hold them the whole time because my poor little phalanges. They come in different sizes. I have pulled the quart size on what we have here, and I'm just going to move the video. It seems like it's being a little wonky. Anyway, everyone tell me if you're watching. Video's good. Sound is good. Last night I know we had a little bit of some issues as well. So today is National Milk Day, and I wanted to fill you guys in. We carry Answers, Primal, and Open Farm, and we just got Boss Dog in, which I haven't got on the shelf yet, so I need to get that on the shelf. So we actually carry 4 different brands of milk and kefir. And there's we have brochures, we have information, we have pamphlets. We have lots of information provided by the manufacturer. I think every single one of my staff members, including myself, I think we all use goat's milk or the kefir in some capacity with all of our animals. Lots of benefits. So let's start with Primal. I have Primal here. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me know. Sound is good. Awesome. So Primal actually comes in 2 sizes. This is the quart size. It also comes in a pint, so 16 ounces or 32 ounces. We have some fun literature from Primal. Also comes in this nice plastic carton. Some people will actually see when it's at the bottom, you can see actually the herbs that are in here. They do settle to the bottom. A good shake once it's thawed gets that mixed back in. So there's lots of benefits. They actually add 3 different herbs. Primal adds 3 herbs. They add cinnamon, ginger, and turmeric. And if you know anything about those herbs, they're fantastic. Turmeric is great as an anti-inflammatory. Ginger is fantastic for the stomach, so it's a great digestive aid. And then cinnamon is an antibacterial and antifungal. It can also support or help arthritis. Primal actually adds 3 probiotic strains into their formula, a couple lactobacillus and 1 enterococcus strain. So some probiotics that are good for the gut. It can help with digestive issues, diarrhea, after maybe an antibiotic is given. So the one question we probably get most about goat's milk, is that milk is bad for our animals. And there is some truth to that. But it's grocery store milk. So anything that is at the grocery store has to be pasteurized. So it undergoes a heat process, pasteurization, which actually takes out the nutrients. And then if you see it, you'll see milk. It says like with added vitamin D. So what they do is they take milk, heat it to kill all the pathogens or any bacteria, and then they add synthetic vitamins and minerals back into the milk. So that often causes a lot of intestinal issues. It causes intestinal issues with humans. It can cause intestinal issues with our pets. So you don't actually want to give grocery store milk or kefir or goat milk to your pet. You want to make sure you get it actually at a pet store, your local pet store, because Answers, Primal, in Open Farm, they are using raw milk. So it's unpasteurized, unfiltered, it's raw milk, which in Michigan, technically, according to our state law, it is illegal to buy raw milk from a store. That's why all milk is pasteurized. Unless you have a farm or you know a farmer or you buy into a cow share or a goat share, then you have access to raw milk. But in the pet food world, we can actually sell raw milk. And this is fantastic for our cats and dogs. So the main difference between goat milk and kefir is goat milk is actually from goats and kefir is typically cow. So both Open Farm and Answers kefir is cow milk. Kefir is a little bit thicker. So I say like when you go to pour milk, goat's milk is kind of like a watery consistency, almost like a skim milk, where your kefir is going to be a little thicker. It's not as thick as yogurt, but it's kind of like a heavy cream pour. Delilah has used both with her pup, and she says that she feels like the kefir is a little bit more on the sour side. So if you open it and it smells a little bit sour, that's from the fermentation process as well. It's not bad. It's totally fine for your cats and dogs to have it that way. The one thing that a lot of our fans love about the Open Farm brand is they actually have a lot code, a date and lot code here. You can see it there. This is on every single one of their products, from their canned food, their treats, their dry food, and their kefir. If you go and type this into their website, they have like a little magnifying glass. You type this lot code in. They're fully transparent on all of their ingredients, and they will tell you exactly where it came from. If there was any batch testing done on the product before it was released, you'll be able to pull up the PDF files on that as well. So a lot of people like the Open Farm brand because they're very transparent and they want you guys to feel comfortable with using their products. So I'm going to go over some of the benefits. There's so many benefits. I pulled out the Answers. We have this Answers guidebook. So you can see we have pages upon pages of information from Answers that's provided by them. If you are ever interested, any of our staff members can actually take this page and bop it on our photocopier and take a copy of it. You're welcome to take that home with you. So starting out with goat's milk, a lot of these benefits actually cross between the two of them, between goat's milk and kefir. A lot of times it comes down to what your dog can tolerate. If they have an intolerance to beef, then goat's milk might be a better option. A lot of times dogs haven't had any sort of goat protein or goat option, so they usually do okay with it. So the benefits of a fermented raw goat's milk is, specifically Answers I'm talking about right now, is because of the fermentation process. They're both probiotic powerhouses. Fermentation, it's much like if you were to make kombucha or sauerkraut or beet kvass. They all have a fermentation process which increases the probiotics. Often what they do is you set them on a countertop and let them come to room temperature, and it will actually grab lactobacillus and other strains of bacteria from the air and actually put it into the product, which then helps build our gut. So 80% of our immune system is in our small intestine. The small intestine is also where we have B vitamin manufacturing, and then of course our probiotics are throughout our intestines. What happens is good and bad bacteria, we need both of them. However, if we've been on antibiotics, which means anti-life, it kills all bacteria. It kills both bacteria, and then bad bacteria usually repopulates faster than good bacteria. So that's why it's always great to have a probiotic or use one of the milk products on board. We like the milk products because you're actually getting live nutrients. You're getting live probiotics without doing a dehydrated or powdered form of a probiotic. So with the fermented goat's milk, specifically with Answers, they have over 200 species of live probiotics in their goat's milk. 200 species. That's fantastic. A lot of times when you buy an over-the-counter probiotic, there might only be upwards of 3 or 4 strains, sometimes only one strain of probiotic. And that can sometimes cause a problem as well, because that causes a monoculture in the gut, and it's not populating all of these other species of probiotics that we actually need to function and for our gut to function properly. Helps with digestive health, it contains over 60 enzymes needed for digestion. So that's one of the things about milk, especially even folks that are lactose intolerant. A lot of times when you drink a raw milk, the enzymes are still there because it hasn't gone through that heat process. So many times people can actually digest a raw milk because the enzymes are already there. Most of our foods have all of these things in it. When we eat live raw foods, when we eat salads, they have all of those things in it to help us break it down. So that's one of the main differences between a raw milk and a pasteurized milk. Great for helping with allergies, great for helping with dental and bone health, fantastic for overall immune system boosting. Again, goes back to those probiotics and loading the gut with all of those things that it needs to boost the immune system in the small intestines. Aids in digestive health. I've even seen the goat's milk help with diarrhea issues. I've seen it help with dogs who have lots of yeast. I've seen it help with dogs who are older. Jen, actually, our employee Jen, has a really great blog post coming out here soon about her dad's dog who has been diagnosed with cancer and was literally at death's door, was not eating, but was still drinking fluids. We were able to get goat's milk back on board. We were able to switch the dog over to some raw food, and gradually, and she's been eating. Her parents were afraid that she wasn't even going to make it to the new year, and she is still with us. And so goat's milk is a huge benefit and powerhouse, and really sometimes gets animals reinterested in food. It is lower in calories, lower in fat, but you could do some calorie counting. We have done some goat milk fasting with dogs who have severe allergies or severe reactions, whether it's to food or environment or things of that nature. So that's goat's milk. Moving on to kefir. So Answers has a fantastic kefir product here. This is also fermented. So again, we go back to the probiotics and the enzymes because of the fermentation process. Also aids in digestive health, combats chronic yeast issues. So this is fantastic for helping with yeast, boosts the immune system. Also contains cancer-fighting properties in it, regulates the immune system. It's high in vitamins B, B1, B12, A, D, K, and biotin. So there's lots of benefits to feeding or giving kefir. These all do have a recommended amount on them, but I always tell people you can do as little or as much. You can do it as often as every day or as often as one time a week. You can add it to your kibble meal. You can add it to your raw meal. We have some customers that actually put it just in a bowl and put it in a saucer and give it as a snack or a bedtime snack. I had a customer who her dog at 9 p.m. every night went to the refrigerator and requested her bowl of goat's milk. With my kitties, I usually do it separate. I put it in a saucer and leave it on the floor next to the water bowl. So throughout the day, whoever's interested, they'll go through and lap up the goat's milk, and it's typically gone by the time we get home, so I know somebody's had some. Most of our cats all like it. Sometimes I'll even mix it into their raw food mash if I'm making a homemade option, just because there's so many nutrients in it. It's a great kind of catch-all, and it does a really good job. It adds moisture back into the diet. I had another thought about goat's milk. It'll come back to me. So if you guys have used goat's milk, I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear your reactions and your feedback. The other thing that comes up often is when you thaw the goat's milk, you do need to give it a good shake so the fat particles separate out during the freezing process. So some people bring it back thinking it's curdled. It's not curdled. It's just a little chunky. Most cats and dogs could care less about the chunks. Cats tend to be a little pickier than dogs maybe, but most often not. Once they realize how delicious it is, they usually jump right in and have no issues about drinking the milk. I know what I was going to say. So the other thing that I love about goat's milk is excellent option for puppies. So if you have a really, really young puppy, or maybe a cat or a kitten or puppy that was maybe taken too early from mom, this is one of the closest things to mother's milk. So obviously if you have like a puppy or kitten that's 1 or 2 days old, you actually need like a replacement meal. But if you have like a puppy kitten 6, 7, 8 weeks old, this is fantastic to give them. It kind of helps wean them over to a diet and nutrition. It can help with some of the stress diarrhea of bringing them home. And it's also really comforting to them. So this is a fantastic option. I tell every single puppy person that comes in here, like, you need to make sure you get some goat's milk at least for the first month that they're home with you, and get that introduced and get that into the food and get it into them, just because it can be really beneficial for them. So So today's National Milk Day, and of course we have lots of different options of milk, and I just wanted to share all of the fantastic benefits we've seen. Answers comes in pints, which is 16 ounce. They come in quarts, 32 ounce, and Answers actually has a half gallon size. So if you have multiple pets or you're going through a lot, the Answers half gallons are actually a really nice cost-effective way to do it or to add it. Answers does say once it's thawed, it's good 14 days in the fridge, so you have some time to use it up. If you're not going to use it within that time frame, you can pour it into ice cube trays or silicone molds and refreeze it into smaller portions or smaller dollops. That is completely acceptable as well. So that is always an option. I will tell you the Answers can probably go a little bit even longer than 14 days just because of the fermentation process. Cats are the finicky ones, so they tend to like it more fresh. Dogs usually could care less about it. And this is the Open Farm Kefir. They actually suggest 21 days. So after you thaw it, to use it up within 21 days. This also comes in a small and large size. I pulled the quart size here. That's the larger one. And then Primal, let's see here. Primal suggests... I want to say they typically say 10 days to use theirs up. Again, it could probably go a couple days longer. This is a quart size. They also have a pint, so they also have a smaller size. We have $1 off on the Primal goat's milk right now on the pint on the smaller size. No limit on that. So if you want to come in and stock up on some of the pint goat's milk or try it, maybe you've never tried it, Primal might be a great one to try since we have a little bit of a discount month for our Rossum month. But if you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Like I said, I know Jennifer, who is an employee of ours, she adds it to her dog's food. She has a Pitty that we've seen a lot of dramatic changes in her coat. The feel of her coat, her yeast issues have decreased. Jenna talked about goat's milk last night and how awesome the goat's milk was for her cats and dogs. Delilah uses it consistently because Luna, her larger breed dog, her Pyrenees mix, we're battling some bacterial issues right now, so she uses it pretty much on a consistent daily basis with her dog. I take goat's milk home inconsistently, but I take it home, and all of our cats love it. When we had our dogs, all of our dogs loved it. So it's a fantastic product. We think everybody should be using it. Everybody should know about it, and we have lots in stock. So lots of options and lots in stock. I'll have to pull out the Boss Dog. That's another brand that we just got in. I know that comes in a couple sizes. We'll make sure that we get that on the shelf here as well. We might have to make a little bit of room, but we have some products that are being discontinued, and we'll have some new ones. We'll have shelf space, so that's kind of exciting because, as you can see, our freezer's pretty full right now. Ashley says here on our feed that Answers Goat's Milk is what brought her to the Pet Beastro a few years ago. So thank you for telling me that. And that's one of the reasons that it looks like she gives that when she's not able to do complete raw. So it's another way for her to add some probiotics and some raw in. Jennifer mentions the Answers raw cow garlic cheese bites. Yes, so Answers actually takes both their kefir and their goat's milk, and they strain it and they make cheese. So we do have their cheese treats. So we have both goat cheese treats and the cow cheese treats. And then they have different flavors added into them. So it looks like Jennifer's mentioning that she does the garlic ones. Garlic's fantastic for the immune system. So yes, we love the garlic cheese bites. Thank you, Jennifer. Beverly says that she uses the powdered. So there is some powdered options or dehydrated goat's milk options that we do carry as well. So, and we do have, I'll take you guys down the freezer here. I forgot about one other product that we have. It's a little bit different, but it is based from goat milk. So we have the Steve's dehydrated goat's milk and the Honest Kitchen dehydrated goat's milk. So, that's great for traveling or like Beverly said, she's not local, so she has a hard time finding it near her. So she is able to use that to get goat's milk into the diet for her pups. Ashley says that she's going to try it with her teenage kitten tonight. Fantastic. Good to hear. All right, so I'm going to take you guys on a little tour down the freezer here. So as you know, we have 10 doors of frozen, so we have quite a bit. And I forgot to pull the Steve's, their chia freeze. So they actually have a raw goat milk yogurt with chia seed, which is also an option. So this is a little bit thicker product. It's a yogurt. It has a few more ingredients. So it's raw goat milk, yogurt, chia seed, and coconut flour. And of course, they're pulling their goat milk is also from free-range, antibiotic, hormone-free. So this would be fantastic if you're looking to maybe make a snack or add it to an interactive toy and refreeze it, just because it's a little thicker. This might be an option as well. So they actually have 2 different flavors. We have just the regular chia freeze, and then they have their Canagurt. So this one is raw goat milk yogurt, hemp protein, and hemp oil. So if you're looking to add maybe some essential fatty acids, chia actually has pretty high essential fatty acids as well. So these would both be an option if you're looking to try something with the goat's milk in it to see if your pet would like it. Ashley was asking if she can use goat's milk when making doggy ice cream. Absolutely. You can completely use the goat's milk to rehydrate. So we often suggest, if folks are using the dehydrated food or the freeze-dried food and you're looking for something to mix in it besides water, completely. You could totally use goat's milk or the kefir. You could use a bone broth. So anytime you can add something extra besides water, absolutely, go for it. I think that is a fantastic suggestion, and you could definitely use the goat's milk when you're making your doggy ice cream. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, of course, about goat's milk, please put it in the comments below. One of us, or myself, or somebody from the staff will circle back around. We'll make sure we get it answered. And then, of course, like I said, most of our staff here is very educated about goat's milk and adding it and all of its benefits. We've all had some experience actually using it on our own for our own pets. So I know any one of my staff members would probably be more than happy to talk to you about what they've seen with their pets, how it's benefited them, how their pets improved from using milk products. And yeah, we'll probably have January 22nd, when Michelle from Primal is here, we'll probably have some samples of goat's milk as well. So if you're still a little bit leery about diving in and trying 16 ounces of goat's milk, catch us on the 22nd. We'll probably have some samples of goat's milk as well. So, all right, guys, I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Hopefully everyone is staying dry out there. I know we've had some wild, inclement weather today, but we will catch you guys all tomorrow. Again, normal business hours tomorrow, Sunday, January 12th. We're here from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We'll see you guys later.